It's kind of insane how two of my favorite video game franchises are turning 20 years old only a couple months apart from each other. Kingdom Hearts in March, then today, December 3rd, the franchise right behind it in my heart, Jak and Daxter, is also turning 20. I wish I could have prepared some massive video to celebrate the 20th year, the 20th anniversary, but the past couple of months have just been a lot, and December 3rd rolled up faster than I realized. But that doesn't mean a video like that can't come in the future. Closing in on nearly half a decade ago, I did used to make Jak and Daxter content and messed around with streaming / learning how to speedrun the game a bit, and I had a blast. This clearly didn't go very far for me though, but when I was diving into the speedruns for the game, it made me appreciate the game from a whole new perspective. Seeing all the crazy tricks and movement you are able to do in the game just made me fall deeper in love with this franchise, and I learned a lot about the game, especially Jak 1 during that time period. And I remember going to bed every night just watching speedruns, whether it was from Josh, Rixer, or whoever else was posting speedruns during that time. It reignited like a deep love that was kind of like dormant for a while. I actually, if memory serves me correctly, believe I played Jak and Daxter on the PS2 before I would even play Kingdom Hearts. I was like 4 or 5 years old and my father had the game on the PS2, and whenever I had the chance, I would go ahead and play it. I remember for the life of me, I could not figure out how to get to Misty Island growing up, and when I finally did, it was like the hardest thing ever. It took me forever to get past the first hub world in general. I remember Rock Village, Boggy Swamp was the hardest level just in video games to me at the time. I have like a lot of very specific memories with each level. I remember Zoomer levels being super hard, and then Jak 2 was Zoomers everywhere, which was quite the difference. It would take me years to beat that game in general, and even longer to finally play Jak 2 and 3, and I would end up loving them pretty much equally. Jak 1, or Jak and Daxter the Precursor Legacy, was so colorful and vibrant with its levels. The story was very simple, but the characters felt so lovable, and I found myself getting attached to them very quickly as a kid, and I also had a crush on Kira, I'm not gonna lie. Jak 2 just surprised the heck out of me. Hearing Jak speak for the first time, having this mission system and crazy story to go along with, which I actually think is a very good story, and guns was just a switch up I did not expect. And the game is probably one of the most difficult first experiences I've ever had with a video game, period. The brutal checkpoint system led me to taking years to get through this game. I remember as soon as I beat Jak 1, I for some reason had Jak 2. I don't even remember where I got it. I don't even think I had the case for Jak 2. I just had the disc for Jak 2. I had the Jak 2 disc for some reason. I just put it in after beating Jak 1, and I played through like the first hour or two of the game, and I was just like, what the heck is this? Not in like a negative way, but in like a surprise, like intrigued sort of way. Now it ended up being one of the hardest games ever for me at the time. Still to this day, one of my favorite things when I make a new friend and they haven't played Jak and Daxter is watching them play through Jak 2. It's one of the most hilarious experiences because they never expect dying over and over to like the goofiest things that I also went through as a kid, like the annoying escort missions, Crimson Guards trying to shoot you down when you're just trying to do a simple delivery. Jak 2 just has so many shenanigans. It's so chaotic. Like, that's what makes the game just so fun. All those little annoying deaths I would have, from crashing into a wall because I couldn't control the zoomer, or from me just getting shot in the back from just everywhere, or random debris flying into my face. Those moments were pretty hilarious looking back at them and made that experience so memorable. Then Jak 3, which still to this day is my least played game compared to 1 and 2. I haven't played it as much. I played 1 and 2 like dozens of times, but Jak 3 not as much, but I love it just as much. It was just a nice finishing touch onto what is by itself a fantastic trilogy of games. I just hope that there's a day out there in the future where Jak can come back. I'm hoping that they decide to do something to celebrate 20 years of Jak and Daxter, but the company that owns the rights to the game has just moved on now, and there's not much else to say, but just a hope. After seeing how Jak and Daxter look in their reference in the new Ratchet & Clank game, I would honestly be willing to let Insomniac take control of the Jak remake if Naughty Dog isn't up to it. Aside from Naughty Dog, they probably know a lot about the game, considering they had worked on it in the same building. I just have too many memories. This series has such a wonderful community as well that is trying their hardest to keep this game in the memories of those who have forgotten about it or just celebrate what the game was. Which is why it's It's sad that the series doesn't get enough acknowledgement nowadays, but games do run their course, I suppose. Some shorter than others. I know for me, however, I'll never forget the effect this game has had on me. The series to this day is still my favorite platformer series in the world and is one of my favorite video game franchises ever. I just wanted to make this video today because I wanted to say thank you so much to the series. I can't believe it's been 20 years since Jak and Daxter were introduced to the world. I'm probably going to feel this way times 100 when Kingdom Hearts anniversary comes around, the 20th anniversary for that in March. It's really just wild that both of my favorite series are turning 20. But tell me some of your favorite memories with the Jak franchise, or if you think the series could make any sort of comeback in any way, shape, or form, whether it's a better remaster, a better port, a complete remake. Let's just share some love for this series around today and for this month. You might catch some other Jak videos soon and some live streams, but for now, if you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, if you're not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do so that red subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.